The following program contains explicit language and is not recommended for children, adults, friends, family members, pets, random strangers, or anybody. Any listener who willingly engages from start to finish should seek professional help and get checked for possible mental health issues and/or brain damage. Proceed with caution.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Connecting to audio. There. Wait, nope.
Can't hear you, bro.
Nope.
It says connecting to audio on the bottom.
Ask to unmute.
Ask to unmute.
There we go.
There he is. Johnny Fitz, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny Fitz, how we doing, man?
All right, baby.
What's going on?
What is?
How are you, my man? How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm just in my bathroom because my family's watching Christmas Story.
It's a little early for that, isn't it?
It's a madhouse. Yeah, well.
Right on,
real
man.
Quick, since we got off on the Christmas subject, Christmas music, yay or nay? Like, for real. I know you're a metalhead, but like Christmas music, yay or nay?
Nay.
Really?
Hey, you know what?
I love Christmas music.
When lately, I've been doing stuff around the house, and I say, Alexa, Christmas piano music, and
Okay,
it's just
yeah.
It's like I'm in an Italian bistro, and I'm cleaning the kitchen and cooking dinner.
Hold on, Alexa. Never mind. She fucking heard you, dude. Don't say her name anymore. Right now.
I have a Google Nest. I don't have Alexa, so.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine nobody's going to call their daughter Alexa anymore?
Never.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's annoying as fuck.
I don't think anybody would ever name their kid Bixby, though. You never know.
Name their kid what?
Bixby.
Bixby.
You know, the app that nobody knows about, you can hook it up with your Samsung device. It's called Bixby. And I think it was short-lived, but you would say Bixby, and it was the same thing like Alexa, but only on your phone.
Huh. I've never heard of that.
So fun story.
Nobody used it. I have it. I have it on my phone. I never set it up. So,
dude, I paid like $5.99 the other day. Oh,
cheers!
Cheers, baby!
Coaster stuff. Cheers!
Cheers! Clink.
I have a wine cooler, homemade wine cooler.
Clink.
So on my you know what, in my kitchen, I downloaded the Samuel L. Jackson thing from Amazon.
Like the Samuel L. Jackson
$5.99.
Really?
Yeah, and now I just have to say, I can say it down here because he's not down here. I could say, "Hey Samuel, how's the weather?" And they'll be like, "It's fucking cold, motherfucker." And it's great, dude. It's hilarious.
I like that commercial with him and Santa Claus, where he's talking to Santa, and he's like, "Are you on the naughty list?" Are you off the naughty words? He's like, "Yep."
Yep, sure am. Hell yeah, man. Fitz, you're all dark, dude. Where'd you go?
Fitz went dark, bro.
I'll get them in a little bit. They're on top of the refrigerator in the garage.
He's handling stuff. He's handling family stuff right now.
Yeah, like I said, it's a madhouse.
This is a not safe for family podcast. So get the fuck away from your fucking family.
This podcast is NS
headphones. There it is.
There you go.
So how you doing, man? It's been a while since I've seen you. I don't know the last time you saw Josh, but it's been a while for me. Josh, your fucking camera is mirrored again. What the fuck?
God damn it!
All right.
There
we go. That's the most important thing.
Wait, is it? No, now is it good?
Nope.
All right, hold on.
There it is.
Now,
no,
is
you're
it?
A dick.
That's.
I need to look at myself more because I think I look like I've gained 30 COVID pounds.
Oh, geez, dude, I did too. So bad. I started walking more though recently. Like I doubled my walking around the block. So like we have the allotment that we live in has 4 streets, and I used to just walk up 2 of them. Now I walk up all 4 of them, and now I'm like up to my.
I've lost weight, bro. I lost 50 fucking pounds in the last 2 years.
That's awesome.
Well, it doesn't help that I drink double IPAs either. So.
Right. I drink wine like a fucking fish. So
I switched to mostly seltzers, man. Honestly.
I drink those too.
I can't do those.
Dude, they're so good. Once you get used to them, they're delicious.
I mix wine with LaCroix and cranberry juice.
Pardon the mic sound. I'm changing stuff. Okay.
Irish whiskey, ginger ale, and cranberry Red Bull.
Oh, okay. That sounds tasty.
It's been one of my favorites. When we had that show with Blood Coven at the Vortex, I asked the bartender if he would carry Jameson because he didn't carry Jameson. So carry Jameson, ginger ale. I'll bring the Red Bull. I brought cranberry Red Bull, and I said we were going to call him Blood Coven Collins.
Yeah, we were ordering those all night. I was drinking those fucking things.
That's awesome.
I was drinking those that night. That was crazy, man. That was nice.
Those are killers.
Wait, was I just there, or did we play that show?
Am I me?
You played that show.
Did I? I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know stuff anymore.
You guys were on the T-shirt.
Oh, that's right.
Was that? I think
it was Blood. Okay, I remember. It was Blood Coven. It was Merciless Rain, right? They were there.
That was the showcase. It was a showcase, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was a good time, dude. So what's going on, man? Let's talk about that. What's going on with MHIO? Anything at all?
I changed it to MHIW worldwide because I just didn't want it to seem like it was Ohio. We got a lot of listeners from.
That stands for Metalhead Industry.
Yeah,
Metalhead Industries worldwide now. It used to be MHIO. Now it's MHIW.
Okay, so MHIW. So talk about that. What's going on?
Well, we've been throwing around the ideas of opening it back up and starting the radio station again. I haven't had a whole lot of time. I've been working like crazy kind of hours and doing a lot of things that I've kind of slacked off of, like household wise. When I was promoting shows and doing podcasts or doing radio shows and trying to keep the radio station going and doing flyers and etc. I didn't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of things that I wanted to do at home. So now because of COVID, there's no shows to support the radio station. So that's any kind of money that we generated, we put it right back into the radio station. So that was funding.
So this was a streaming station that you guys did, just to be for people who might not know, because we have fans all across the county. That
it was
not across the. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. But basically, if you're not familiar with this, Johnny has a metal station where they online where he played. He was a big supporter of local metal. And we're drunk, by the way. Me and Josh are already pretty drunk now, so we're probably slurring a little bit.
Right. I'm right there.
But no, MHIO, was really. It's just a bummer that I don't listen to much metal anymore. Or else I would have listened to your shit like all the time.
Well, dude, the coolest part about it was, I mean, it was super awesome. Don't get me wrong that he showcased like us and a lot of the other local bands. Like that was super huge for the entire like scene. I hate using the word scene, but you know what I'm talking about. But he also did
scene is a thing. I mean, there still is a scene. There's always going to be a scene. I mean, that's not a 4-letter word. I don't think. I mean,
we have to call it something.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
But I just don't. My personal take on it is that I don't want to attribute a group of people to a place. So the scene is either
the fact that
is the scene the place or the people or both.
Yeah, but you were also playing fucking bands from every other state in the union. You know what I mean? You were playing bands from Texas and from I would tune in.
The scene is a collective. I mean,
but it was cool because he would do like, especially on like what was it on Wednesdays that you guys did?
Mondays. Mondays was a big night.
Or Monday. It was Monday night. That was
Monday Metal Madness. Yep.
Monday Metal Madness, dude.
And
Nick
then-
wouldn't.
and
It
then
wasn't local stuff.
You cut
Yeah,
out,
Monday
bro.
Metal Madness. I was just winging it. So on Monday Metal Madness, it was just me getting on the radio. I didn't have an agenda. I didn't write anything down. I just did it from the hip on that day. And then
That's what we're doing now.
yeah,
That's what we do every time.
and it was my favorite show. But then I also had Hardcore Hump Day, where I put together. Sometimes we would do underground outreach, is what we hashtagged it at in different cities. So we would go. We did in Cleveland, and then we went to like Pittsburgh. Then we went to Detroit, and then we went to Chicago, and we just kind of spreading out every week. And starting from Ohio, and we also did some underground outreach in the UK, all over the world.
Yeah, there was definitely a bunch of times where I would text him and I'd be like, "Who the fuck was that I just heard?"
Yeah.
And he would tell me, and I'd be like, "Okay." And then I'd go to Spotify and just listen to that band for like 2 days because I'd be like, "That was badass."
It's funny. I Johnny, you know I love you, and I love MHIO and Anamortem. Am I saying that right? Anamortem?
Oh yeah, my band's name is Anamortem. Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll get that in a second.
We'll talk to that. But like, I feel bad because I always had a problem listening to your station. Like when I did want to listen to it, for whatever reason, it just didn't want to come in on my phone. Like, cause I had.
That's because you have a fucking bullshit Android.
I have a Pixel. It's world class. I have a Pixel 4
No, it's
right
not.
now, and
It's not world class.
Pixel, and it was fine.
If you had an iPhone, you wouldn't have a problem.
But the thing that I think real quick, I think that MHIO needs, like, if you guys do get that going again, like you need to get on some kind of platform like TuneIn or some kind of streaming platform where people can find you more, because like going to a website, like going to a website, like a browser on your phone, a lot of people just don't do it. I know that I had a hard time doing it when I tried to do it, but like I always wanted to listen to it. It was hard as hell to tune in.
See,
but
I have an adult phone,
work, you know?
and I didn't have a problem.
Well, not everybody has an adult phone. Some
There
people are
were
assholes like me.
there were some issues with Google phones and Android phones, and we figured that out. What was happening is that with a solid state device like Apple, their flash drives were always updated because you didn't have to worry about it. It just automatically does it. With for some reason with Samsung's or not Samsung, but Android or Google phones, you had to actually download a browser that had flash updates consistently. And I put it out there that if you had an Android that had trouble, you would download what's called Flashfox browser.
Flashfox, yeah, I remember that.
And then, so if you can just kind of look past the ads a little bit and just cancel them out, and it was hands-free radio from then on. I even have an Android. I had issues. I contacted our IT department about that, and there was like basically one thing that I had to do was to upgrade my computer, and that was probably most of the problem would have been solved if I could have done that, because I could have upgraded the software that I was using to try to get to 320 kpbs broadcast for the radio. So,
okay. Yes. Yeah. See, like we just record this on Zoom and then we upload it to YouTube, because because we have and actually Zoom got interrupted us a little. We've been going since 7 o'clock tonight. Like this started as a band meeting, as a Skinny Tree band meeting. And then,
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But whatever. Yeah. I mean,
so I got two questions. I got two questions for Mr. Fitz. One, if you ever were able to, and when you are able to, because I know you are going to start up MHIW again, is it possible? Say I wanted to do a night on your station, but I wanted to do it from my home studio. Is it possible for me to do that from my house and still be a part of it?
Well, what you could do is I can set you up with the software so you can record your own like radio.
I mean, I want to go. I mean, say I want to go live on your. I want to go live on your station and run like a 3-hour block on like a Thursday night, and it's just
the short answer is yes.
You know, possible. Josh's jams, whatever. I don't know. Just saying.
Yes, it could happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Because all I would have to do is have your live audio feed going through my mixer, and that's it.
All right. Well, I just reference. I would totally be into that if you ever get that going again. Number 2, tell us about Anamortem, man. What's going on?
Well, we're going to the studio tomorrow to start recording drums on the full album.
Nice.
You're talking about a full album, not an EP, a full album.
Yep.
How many tracks?
Well, we're looking at 9.
Okay.
Which would be a total of roughly between 55 minutes and an hour.
Okay. And now, so have you guys been jamming during COVID, or have you been together? Have you been doing like virtual stuff? What's going on?
Well, the difficulties that everybody's been running into is, they're getting traced by the health department through their work. So then they're forced to get tests so they can continue to work. Things like that happen. And if somebody comes up positive, then it just kind of delays the recording thing. We're doing a little bit of the recording thing virtual as well. So
are you guys just doing your tracks at home and then blending it all together? Or
yep.
Are you guys going to
we're gonna be doing our tracks from home, and then an engineer is gonna be working on it and mastering it for us.
Hell yeah.
Right on, man. That's cool. That's pretty much kind of how we recorded the last that Prepare to Meet the All Father. That kind of happened that way. But yeah, I was just curious, man, because Cursem hasn't been really practicing a whole bunch. We've gotten together, I bet you, about 20 times maybe in 2020. That's it. And yesterday, it hit home yesterday when in my Facebook memories was the last show we played was at the Vortex with Foul Spirits.
Yeah.
That's the last fucking time we played on stage. It was a year ago. And it's nuts, man. I don't know if Joe was able to come out to see that Ton show at the Outpost. It was Leap Your Death. It was promoted by Sunday Bloody Sunday Live or SBS Live by Seth. I didn't see that one. It was Ton, The Behest of Serpents.
Okay.
Anamortem. It was our last show that we played for 2020. We had all kinds of shows lined up that spring.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of big shows. We were going to do the second annual MHIO showcase.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
That show was going to be fucking huge.
Yeah. The last Pill Smoke show we played was in February at Annabelle's, but I've done a few like solo acoustic gigs since then. But the last Pill Smoke show that we did was in February.
It
was a while ago.
My last show was in December. This is crazy, man. It's just nuts, dude. I don't know. I'm worried. I know that our fans, and I know everybody's fans and the fans of the metal scene around here, and I know for the fact that once we're able to start playing shows again, these people will come back. They will. They're dying to go to a show. I know they are. I talk to them all the time.
Everybody is.
But I'm just worried that,
I've been to a couple with the Buzzbin. I've been in the Buzzbin.
Yeah, I know the Buzzbin's been doing a little bit of stuff. I'm worried that this is going to have some kind of lasting effect on just local music in general, man. It's
not to cut you off, but it seems like national bands are the ones who are kind of like
taking advantage of it.
Well, they're not going out, and they're the ones who are not going on tour. Like bigger bands are canceling all the big tours. And like the smaller local bands, they're able to get into places like Buzzbin and shit like that. Cause like I said, you know, since everything happened, I started playing out at this place, and Josh came and saw me at this place in Massillon. It was a little bar, I'll plug it, called the Sangria Stand. And then they still have like small solo acoustic gigs, 1 or 2 people. And I just got in there through a friend, and playing there is just, it's a lot of fun. But you know, now that it's colder, like I was outside when I was doing it, and they also have like an area you can do it inside. So they have an indoor setup and an outdoor setup, and both have been just a ton of fun. Like, you know, I've done it both inside and out, and doing it, you know, playing solo shows by yourself is just a ton of fun. But there's nothing like getting on stage with some other guys and your friends and just playing for people and connecting. Like there is a connection that you just, you know, that I miss when I'm playing by myself. And, you know, it's fun to sit there and play like, you know, Margaritaville and, you know, like covers that everybody knows, and like soft rock covers and shit. But like,
I was alone.
More fun to get there and like with my drums, and then my buddy's got his stack, and then my other buddy's got his bass gear, and you know, you just fucking make some noise. And it's, you know, I miss it. I think everybody misses it, and I think to say that, you know, anybody who thinks that like it's done forever, that, you know, people right now, it's been gone so long. Let's see, March, April, May, June, July, you know, August, September, October, November. We're 10 months almost out, 9 or 10 months out from anything real happening. And it feels like there's no end in sight, but there is. It's like I'm 35, and I know you guys are not much, you're just within a year or two of me. You know, you're not much. We're in our mid 30s. It's like, this is not the rest of our lives. Like,
I would love to go back to my mid 30s. Can I go back to my mid 30s?
Yeah, we do that.
Whatever. But like, this is not how it's going to be forever. Like, we will eventually be in a crowded room. You know, we will be with 1,000 other people smushed together, singing along with our favorite
I just
band.
want to see a fucking mosh pit
again.
again.
It will happen.
I just want to see a mosh pit again.
I think that maybe eventually that people are just gonna, you know, it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be like Woodstock '69 or anything like that, but I think that eventually that people are just gonna be like, you know what, everything's actually okay. We need to stop fucking believing everything that we fucking hear.
That's another conversation for another day, which
yeah.
But at the same time, like it's in general, I think the positive message is like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out.
We just need to let enough of the puppets to get the fucking vaccine and get to herd immunity, and we'll be good, right?
Yeah, right.
There you go, man. Nah, dude, it's scary shit, man. My wife had it. She was sick as fuck, dude, for a few days. I mean, she was sick, but
I was really sick. I was really, really sick back in March, and my mom almost passed. Actually, she was in a hospital with a like, they said it was a SARS type viral pneumonia that she almost passed from. She got put on hospice and everything. She was on hospice for a long time, probably about 6 months. She's in bad shape anyway. You know, she's bound to a wheelchair and she doesn't get much exercise and things like that. But me and my home family got sick back in March, and I got tested for the flu, got my flu shot and everything. I didn't have the flu, so they gave me the flu shot.
When was this?
Back like the beginning of March. Like, I got my flu shot like a week before they announced COVID was here in the United States. And I was so sick. I had such a bad headache. I would get in the shower with the steam and everything. I'm like, I can't, like, what is wrong with my chest? I can't fucking breathe. I have a headache that's burning in the back of my fucking head. And I didn't know what was going on. Like, I started to freak out. My headache was so bad. And it lasted for about 7 days. And then it just started to dissipate slowly for the next 3. So it lasted about 10 days. I think at the beginning I had like a slight fever or something too.
Well, a lot of people, that's kind of the thing. A lot of people say, you know, oh, I had this back in December or whatever, and then it's like you think back and maybe I didn't, like a lot of people say that they had it and that was just their way of being like, oh, I already had this and got over it. It's a thing. I mean, it exists, but it's not gonna kill the planet. It's not gonna kill everyone. It's not gonna, we will get past it. It is. I mean, no, for real, like all politics aside, like regardless of which side you're on, if you let it kill you, then it will kill you, but it's not going to kill. I personally think that in this day and age, again, politics aside, like Democrat or Republican, I don't care. Like
public safety shouldn't be a political issue.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But see, I personally think that in 2020, like, okay, so whatever the last vaccine that we made, I read somewhere that the last vaccine that we made for like the mumps or the measles or whatever took 4 years to develop. Like, if in this day and age with the technology that we have, if it takes 4 years to figure out the coronavirus, somebody's doing something fucking wrong. Somebody needs to get fired. It's not going to take that long. Everything will be back to normal, sometime in 2021. And if it's not, like I said, somebody fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Let's do this.
What,
let's do this.
Why, but somebody fucked up.
Yeah. Here we go.
You don't log exponential technological growth for the past 50 years and then just have a virus put everyone out of everything. Here's a positive. That's why we log. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like that's why the past like 20 years has been exponential growth. Like you don't just grow 1 year. It's not 1 year of growth. It's like 5 years of growth in technology terms. So like the more we grow, the quicker we can figure this shit out. So if this is the thing that kills the world, then everything that we just did for the past 20 years is for shit. I mean, it is. I'm not saying that the first vaccine that we have is going to be the answer. I'm just saying that like it shouldn't take 4 years to figure this thing out. It should take a year, and we're not even there yet. We still have 3 months to go until it was a year that they announced everything's closing down. It was in March, right? Like March 15th, or it was right around St. Patrick's Day.
Look how long H1N1's been around. It's been around for 100 years.
Fuck yeah. And don't forget this, dude. Don't forget this. The coronavirus itself is not new. COVID-19 is the one that's new. Like SARS was coronavirus.
Right.
H1N1, all that stuff is actual coronavirus.
So it's
just a different strain.
Exactly. So if you really think this shit's going to take 4 years to figure out, you're out of your mind. Like
I don't know where you're getting the 4 years from. Is that something that you heard?
That's something that that was something that I heard where like it takes
COVID-23.
Well, no, it takes. I just heard this is all hearsay, so I could be talking out of my ass. But I heard somewhere.
If I'm not playing shows next year, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, we're working on
I'm working on the show in the summer. Yep.
I mean, Josh, you and I we're working on.
I'll be right back,
bands. Yeah. So I mean, if we can't get this, beep and beep show going, in 2021, that
hey, by the way, my thing just all of a sudden started doing the thing where when you talk, you're the big screen, and I didn't do anything about it.
Oh, that was me. I've been fucking with its spotlight because my shit's not. It doesn't show up when I'm on it. Like I don't know.
It doesn't, but it does that. Yeah, it does that. Okay.
Going back to the music part of what's being affected by COVID, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, yeah.
No, it's all right. We're just bullshitting, man. The podcast is called Joe and Josh Talk Shit. There's no fucking premise at all.
And by the way, welcome Johnny Fitz from Animortem and MHIO Radio as our
MHIW.
So there's so many albums that are going to be coming out because of COVID. I mean, Mastodon said they already had one in the works, and now they're working on a second album. They're going to be putting out 2 albums here next year. Mastodon.
That's awesome.
That's badass. Yeah, we're not. Cursem's not doing that. I promise you that.
Yeah,
we've
I
actually
have three
been
songs that I've been sitting on for a year, and I just never released them.
Yeah.
It's like
we've
I
been
didn't
focusing
even-
more on
shit.
like getting our shit together to where we can record ourselves. We've
Yeah,
had a lot of that. Now, I mean, honestly, the guy that recorded the Curse Them album is right here on the other screen. I mean, he did us a huge favor and he did a great fucking job. Yeah, Joe Husak himself. But it got to the point where it was like, okay, we need to be able to record ourselves. We have a mini studio set up in the practice room. I have a full-fledged studio in my house, and so does Phil at his house. So we're able to do stuff remotely now. But we actually have not been writing a whole lot. I think we wrote like 3 songs this year, and they're not even done. Like they're not even fully done because we just, we can't get together.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you, man. It's definitely put it's definitely slowed Anamortem down. Like,
well, obviously not, man. If you guys are ready to put out a full length, I mean, you're ready to start a full length tomorrow, huh?
Well,
we're starting work on songs that we wrote 15 years ago. Spoiler alert!
We should be
starting to record them.
We should be doing vocals right about now. Is where I'm saying where we should be for the entire album. Which should be, the guitar tracks, bass tracks, and drum tracks should already be recorded. Just because everything has been slowed down.
So you're starting on what, drum tracks tomorrow then, or?
Yep. Well, we already have like all the guitar scratch tracks, and the drummer's gonna put the headphones on, and we're gonna record them, and then we're gonna send those recordings over to the engineer, and he's gonna tune it up, so to speak. So
right on, I got you. Yeah, I know the process.
Then we'll have the drum tracks. We'll have the drum tracks. Yep. You guys know the process.
Yeah, it seems like a lot at first, but then once you get through it and you're going and you'd be surprised how fast you're releasing shit on Facebook. You know what I mean? It's just all of a sudden.
Right. Right.
And then you're taking it down because there's one little thing that you want to fix on it, and you're like, if I don't fucking fix it, it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, that's a thing that I have to learn is like just be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's when
we had to set a release date. When we set a release date for our single, I was just like, we have to get on it. We have to make sure that we have, everything that everybody has an issue with needs to be resolved.
Yeah, that's probably the best
for the release date.
I think with Red Sky Morning, I think we did that a lot. Like, I think we were like, it's got to be done by this date, and that was it. But I don't. Yeah, because if not, dude, you do exactly what Joe said. You're like,
keep going over it.
I feel like that riff might be able to be played a little better. And it's so good.
Like some of the stuff.
The same thing goes with vocals. The same thing goes with vocals. I was going to say that.
It's like some of the stuff that I haven't released yet. I've changed 3 or 4 times. The final master has, gone
I'll tell you what, man.
Several different incarnations.
Especially with vocals. I guess I should, if people don't know, Johnny Fitz was actually the original vocalist for Red Sky Morning. And he ended up going to what? Where you were in the Marines? What?
I left for Army training. It was like
Army. You're Army, right? Okay. So it was kind of like
service.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
I did Marines and Army. The Marines wouldn't take me back, so I went Army.
Props to you, my man. Props to you, and props to all the men and women that serve this country. But I was lucky enough to just be like a guy that used to go to the practices. It was kind of like hate theory when I was a kid. I would go to the practices. I was going to Red Sky practices because I knew Phil, and then they were like, "Hey, Fitz has got to go. Do you want to do some vocals?" And I was like, "Yeah,
that was bad."
Yeah, it was a good. Hey, it was a good deal for me. I'll tell you.
Like right, were you there? Like the one day I was having a shitty day, and I was just like, we took a break halfway through the set, and I think Phil was fucking with his drums, and I was just like, Or no. Somebody was fucking with. I think it was bass player.
James.
Anyway,
James.
Yeah.
OJ1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
OJ1. James Behringer.
Phil ran me.
No. Wait. What? No. Was that Mark? Was that Mark?
No, James.
Oh, it was the dude. It was the dude that moved to St. Louis.
That's Mark. That's Mark.
Yeah.
Mark Rossler.
Oh yeah, Mark. Big Mark. That's
okay.
right.
So
okay.
Was OJ2? I forget. Was OJ2 James Behringer, and then OJ1 was Neil May?
Yeah, we got to explain this to Fitz because he doesn't know. So we got to get
both of them on the podcast too.
We had two Jameses in the band. There was original gangster James 1 and original gangster James 2.
So
was
I think OJ1 was James Neil May, and then OJ2 was James Behringer, the bass player. Because
James Neil May was a guitar player, though. He was a guitar player for Red Sky, and he left us to go play bass for holy fuck.
Kill me.
Below the Tide.
Below the Tide. He went to play bass for Below the Tide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's James Neil May. James Behringer.
And then I took over for James. And
right.
James
this is all this is all post Fitz.
Yeah, this is all post.
All the things.
I wonder if Phil remembers that, like, during one of the sets, somebody was fixing something like, Phil, drive me to the bar. I need to do shots of whiskey. I was having like a bad day, and he drove me all the way to fucking Alliance. And we went into a bar and we did 2 shots and then went back to practice.
Nice. Now, see, at this point in
As
time,
if there were 50 other bars that you passed on the way there. That you
I don't know.
No, because it was at Phil's grandma's house, dude, and there was no bars around there. It was in the middle of Atwater. There's no bars. Yeah. You could have gone to Circle K and got like them little bullshit bottles. That's it, though. There ain't nothing around there. But yeah, no, that was so you. That
was so much fun, though. It was so much fun because we were teetering on something kind of new, which was like, it was new to me. It was like, but they knew about it. It was the deathcore that was starting up, and it had already started. I didn't even know about like Whitechapel and shit like that. But then like I came from like metalcore background. Like I want to do like Kill Switch Engage type of shit, and I know Phil was all about that. Like All That Remains, Kill Switch Engage type of shit.
Still is.
Phil Switch Engage.
Yeah, that was Engage. It was so much fun. Like we were tossing around names like Red Sky Morning. I even introduced a name called The Foe, The Fall of Eden, F.O.E.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. And man, you know, the
rejected obviously.
It was the mixer.
Nope.
Nope. The mixer that I used for that was
Adam D thing.
MHIO now. The mixer that I used to for practice there is now the mixer for MHIW.
Nice, dude. That's cool, man.
I went back and
basically because you had to go off and do your badassness to protect this nation. I was lucky enough to just happen to fall into that. And at that point, I had never been a vocalist before. I was always a bass player or a drummer. I was a drummer for like 5 years, and I was a bass player for like, what, Joe, like 4 years? 4 or 5 years?
I remember Joe.
We were in Skinny Tree for 2 years, and then D-Grace for 2 years. And then...
so 4 years. 4 years I was a bass player, but I was doing like backing vocals. And I joined as the like front man for Red Sky Morning. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Holy shit. My wife is blowing me up. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right, what up? Interview cut short.
I remember you came to one of the practices, and I think you might have been recording us on a...
I can still hear Josh. He says, I'm still on the podcast. Sorry.
No, you're cool. And then when I came back, and then next thing I know, I went to the Outpost. I think it was like 2009, maybe.
I don't remember when you and I met. Like it's it's all kind of a blur.
I was just screaming my head off, and you were there at the practice room, and it was the day that I told those guys, "Hey, I'm leaving for the Army, man. I just want to get more practice in with you guys." And yeah, you were there. Oh no, you were just listening in. You were just kind of just.
Yeah,
there.
I might have just been hanging out, like
and
chilling.
But when I came back, it was a show called Line the Nine.
Line the Nine, right? Yeah.
And I ran into a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time at that show, because I had been
Line the Nine.
Check. Am I back? Am I back?
Loud.
Red Sky Morning was there, right?
Red Sky Morning opened the show, yeah, and
Line the Nine was sweet, dude.
Line the Nine was, and you know what's funny? I remember that show, and I remember we tore it up. Like,
it was fucking
we did.
But like, I recorded the whole show, and every band recorded except Red Sky Morning, because something like so no artifact exists of that night, because I try to archive all of our shows, and any show that I play. And if I can, plug it into the soundboard or bring my, I bring that little Zoom recorder and plug it into the soundboard, or just have a open, just have the mic going, whatever. And I remember I plugged it into the soundboard, and like, for whatever reason, there was a setting on the soundboard that wasn't happening, and it just fucked it all up. So
yeah.
That's ball.
But I came out with NDE and Hate Theory for sure. So I know that I had those too, and those were the headliners. So,
oh man,
it's amazing that you have that NDE set too. Like that
was the last time I saw NDE.
Yeah. Grew up.
That was the last time that Red Sky Morning played in their prime, I think, because that was as a 5-piece.
My favorite show was
me, Phil, Neil May, Behringer, and you, Josh, and then we were a 5-piece.
Yeah. And
then after that, Neil May left and joined Below the Tide, and we kind of just didn't do shit for a while. And it sucks how it ended, because like, I always thought that 5-piece, that was another magical, not to cut you off, Johnny, but like,
you're good.
Like, I always thought that was a really good lineup too. How Skinny Tree lineup was cool, and Red Sky Morning was cool. There's just some lineups that you're in that you get with, and they were magic. Like, magic happens, and that was one of those lineups. Like,
that's the way I feel about the Curse Them lineup right now is kind of magical. I'm feeling that, and that's why it sucks that we're not playing, because we had a little bit of a personnel change in the middle of all this crap. And
we haven't seen our rhythm guitarist since it all started.
Well, my rhythm guitar player stepped down, so my bass player became my rhythm guitar player. Then we brought in a new bass player, and my bass player originally was probably the best guitar player in the band, and now he's an actual guitar player. So now we have solos going on both sides, and like, shit is going crazy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be nuts. We just got to play shows, dude.
Hey, Joe, you want to come play some slams with Anamortem?
What do you need played? What instrument?
We need a rhythm guitarist with a 7-string.
I used to have the 7-string. I don't anymore. But
hey, Johnny Fist, let me show you something.
Oh, should I ask him? Should I ask Josh?
Oh, what is that? What is that right there?
Oh, damn!
Oh shit!
Hey, Josh, can I borrow that 7-string?
He is sexy.
Hey, man, no offense. Honestly, Josh,
Josh, you're mirrored again.
Hold on. Time out. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out.
There,
fix it?
No.
Wait, let me get. Hold on. No. Wait. No. That. Hold on. No. I got it. No, that's it. No. That's it right there. That's good.
No.
Is that it right there?
No.
Hold on. One more time. Let's see if I get it. It's been a running joke the whole podcast.
Hey, speaking of running joke, I have to pee again. So
All right, well, you go away. I'm going to talk to Johnny Fitz.
You guys go ahead and keep doing it. You guys go ahead and keep doing it. I'm going to put it on speaker view, so only one of you are going to be on camera.
I have to continue with my story about Red Sky Morning, though. When I came back from the Army and I saw you guys at Align the 9, you guys were the openers. I remember Phil posting on Facebook, and I was a newcomer to Facebook at the time. And Phil said, "Hey man, you got to come see us. We're doing a show." And I was just like, "Okay, fuck yeah." He's like, "I know you're back." And I went and saw, and I was like, I was just like, I was blown away, actually, to be honest.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, dude, it was definitely a fun time. That's for fucking sure.
As much as my vocals have progressed since then, I was watching you. I was like, ain't no fucking way I could have sustained that, without a shit ton of practice. The way that you sustained your screams and everything, man. Yeah,
well, I've been doing it for fucking now. It's going on like 22 years. I've been screaming, man. So it's almost like a second language. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I figured out a technique, and I ran with it, and it's going, and it's going good. That was probably before I had the technique, though. That was just me blowing my fucking vocals out. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the show, people come up to you, you're like, "Oh yeah, thanks, great,
yeah,
I appreciate it. It's so good.
That was so good. That was fucking killer."
Yeah, you're like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
I'm gonna go outside.
you just chinoed it and fucking threw up on stage.
Right. I'm surprised. I've never done that, actually.
One time when I was in North Carolina, I remember I was playing on a stage for a band. We did a couple covers. We were called Cynical. We spelled it with an SINICAL, so cynical.
Okay. West Coast spelling.
No, it was West Coast spelling, but we were East Coast. We were East Coast band. We were in North Carolina, and the funny thing was, we were like a hardcore death metal band, and we kept playing with all these punk bands on the East Coast, and we played.
That's a weird show.
Yeah, we played on this. It was at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, and this big stage, and we didn't know anybody fucking there. We were like an opening band, and it was packed from front to the back of the fucking house, like old Peabody's used to be. And I remember screaming so long. I was standing on a monitor. I was so skinny at this point. I was like buck 30, and I was standing on a monitor. Dude? Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, maybe 40, maybe 55, maybe above 55.
Hey, we're getting more unbelievable levels.
But I was standing on this monitor and I was screaming, and all of a sudden I started seeing stars when I was screaming. And then I just fell into this.
crowd. You didn't pass out.
No, well, for a second, and they caught me, and then I woke up and they brought me to the front of the stage. And I just jumped back on and just went back to the mic like nothing happened. But
that's baller. That's baller status right there. You can't pass out in a show and then just keep going, dude. Who does that? Do you think at this point in your life you could do that again?
Oh, jump off stage?
No, just pass out and then go right back to the mic.
Well, I do kickboxing, so every now and then when I do get punched in the face, every now and then, like if it rattles the cage a little bit, I'm just like, I'm good to wait until the next round dings.
I feel it, man. I feel it.
So, you know what? I haven't had that issue because I think my technique is more down with my throat as opposed to trying to push it with all my might from my diaphragm and pushing all the blood vessels up through my fucking brain, you know?
Yeah, don't do that, man.
That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do.
Getting a headache, or if your head starts hurting because you're just screaming that's too much, man. Your scream really shouldn't be all that much louder than your voice. Your normal.
Yeah, that's why I passed out, because I was just overdoing. I was so excited. I was so young, and I was just screaming my fucking head off, man. And I got back on stage. To be honest, no. Actually, no. I probably, if I started to see stars and started to get fucking dizzy, I'd be like, dude, I can't do the rest of the fucking show.
Yeah, the show's over at this point. I'm 37. I'm not doing that. If I pass out and I fucking, you can put me back up on stage, but I don't think anything else is going to happen.
At this point in the stage, it would probably be a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what, man. The 3 songs that we have written this year are exciting, and I'm super pumped to share them with everybody. And I'm hoping that this all calms down so that we have a chance to fucking do it, because I can't wait. Man. I miss you. I miss everybody. I miss all the fucking people. I miss the normal pit crew. You know what I mean? I miss Tommy. I miss Cheyenne. I miss all those people. Dude.
I was just gonna say, Tommy's all like, I see him posting online all the time.
Oh, dude,
he is like real quick. Tommy is like the ultimate fan.
Can you imagine the first pit that dude gets in?
I want to be there.
Yeah, he's gonna tear the fuck out of that place, no matter what it is. It could be like Simon and Garfunkel. He's gonna fucking kill it.
I scooped him up one night. I was like, "Hey, man, you want to go to the brewery in Kent?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah!" I swooped him up. We went down and drank beers and caught up. Man, it was awesome.
That is awesome. I haven't seen him or talked to him for a year now, over a year, because yesterday was a year since I
feel bad that I am just not on the level of fandom that he is, because he is just like next level.
Yeah, but you know what? If it wasn't for dudes like him, then we wouldn't do what we do. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tommy, man.
Shout out to Tommy for sure.
Shout out to him. Hey. Fucking here's to you, brother. Yeah. We got to let him know that we talked about him on this podcast. Hey, seriously, man. I mean, and it's funny. I mentioned Cheyenne too, because she kills it too in the pit, which is scary because she pits harder than most dudes I know. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know her. I don't know really either of them that well, but I know who they are, and I know them on Facebook, and I know I've met them in person several times.
It's funny because I grew up with Cody McMullen. Like, he was always around when I was younger. I never even actually knew her until I got into Curse Them. And I was like, who is this girl that is just tearing the fucking pit up? Who is this chick?
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. Because I was like,
she's caught me not looking a couple times.
Yeah, dude, you got to be careful. If you're not watching, you're about to be on your ass.
You know what I mean? I just ran into a fucking rock. Like, I just ran into a fucking stalactite.
Right. Nah, she's awesome, dude. Tommy's awesome. All the people that are awesome that fucking come to these shows consistently and loyally and support us and do what we do. And we wouldn't do it without them. There's no fucking way.
And you know what? I mean? And you know what? A part of, how everybody has doubt, as far as their music goes, and maybe life becomes a lot, and they're just like, I don't know if I could go on with music, and this and that. But it's like, you think about those people that are out there, and you're just
hell yeah, absolutely.
I gotta keep doing this. I have to be consistent, because they're a consistent fucking fan. Then I have to be consistent.
Dude, these people are paying a venue to come and see us.
Right. So
you know what I mean?
You got to put on a show for them.
Right. That's what we're doing. We're doing there.
You got to deliver. It's like, you got to do something. You can't just not do anything. They drove from their house to come see you. They left.
Well, they wouldn't pay like the Vortex to just show up and watch us stand there and do nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the cool thing is that they're paying the fucking Vortex to fucking drive and see us do what we do. Like,
right.
We're doing what we do because we love to do it, and it's in our blood, and we want to fucking do it, and we're able to do it. And we're able to do it, and then we do it, and then these people fucking react the way they do, and it makes us want to do it again. And then they want to come again. It's like a fucking cycle. It's a big circle, man, and it's fucking beautiful, and I love it.
You see, speaking of that cycle, like it's also a thing where I feel, especially for somebody like me who has like insecurity issues, and like why would somebody want to come see me play? Like I on one hand, you have to understand that like not everybody has that gift of music, and like not everybody has the gift of rhythm or melody or whatever, understanding music, and that a lot of people love to hear that, and not everybody can make that, because that on this planet shit just doesn't appear. Like some human made it happen, and like there are humans that are musically inclined, and there are other humans who are not musically inclined, but like to kind of have that, like, but for me, it's like, I hate myself and everything about myself. So like to have that, like that self-esteem and like talent differentiation, whatever.
That's a word now.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I've met musicians who
it boosts you. It's almost like this is what I was supposed to do.
Well, it does, but it also, at the same time, I've also met musicians who use that like ability, that musical gift that they were given, whether it's God given or whatever. We can get into that discussion another time. But like this, that natural musical gift. Okay. I call it the gift of rhythm, where like you're in rhythm, you're in sync with everything else. And not everybody has that. It's you have to come to a realization if you have it or you don't. But like personally for me, it's like the realization that like I do have that gift, but everything else about me sucks. It's like, that's where like the people who appreciate what I do really hit, you know, my heart, and they make me, and they bring me back up when I don't feel good about, because like there are a lot of times where I feel like, why would somebody want to listen to me? There's a million other assholes.
The hardest thing.
They're doing the same thing. Why would they want to hear? Why would they want to see me do it when they could do it themselves? They could, and they could maybe even do it better. But like maybe they don't have that. Maybe you could call it confidence. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. But it's like it's a balance between.
Nah, man. There's
musical
people
confidence.
There's people that are musical, and there's people that aren't. And the people that aren't.
Right. But the easiest, one of the easiest things to do is to take your downfalls and the bad or issues that you're working on with yourself, and roll that onto your music.
No, for sure. Like I definitely feel like putting your feelings into your music is like,
that makes good music.
Surefire, you know, what's the word I'm looking formula. Like that's the formula. Like if somebody asks what's the formula, it's like put yourself into it, put what you know into it, do it whatever way you
know. You know what? That's what my theory is
and
about.
hope that other people will hear, because it's, and not to cut you off, but like especially in this day and age, people will hear it eventually, and like they will get it. Like you just have to find those people who get it and who feel the same way that you do, and you will resound with that. You will. I mean, even if I don't make any money off of music, like if somebody in another country, I remember, and I know you wanted to talk, Johnny. I'm sorry, but like I'm on.
Oh no, you're cool. My phone's about to die, and I'm about to get off here.
Oh,
so.
well,
I'm going to start a new drinking game, and it's going to be, you take a shot every time Joe says, and not to cut you off.
Well, that's what I do.
I'm just trying to interject and agree with you. And
please.
No, say that I almost lost my train of thought, but because I do have to get off, I got like 3% left here. But yeah, it's fucking gone now.
I remember I remember the first time that somebody in like across the world heard Disintegrates, and like they talked about it online, and like the feeling was like, wow, somebody heard that, somebody gave a shit. And like it wasn't a feeling of like I'm a fucking rock star. It was a feeling of like, wow, I'm really glad that somebody else heard this, and like I felt like, you know, connected with them, and like whatever way I could have, that's what I felt. I was just like, man, this is great that somebody else cares about what I have to say, and they feel the same way. Real quick, and then you can close out, Johnny. But the Dredge has a song where it's like the lyrics are, it's a song called "The Canyon Behind Her." They say, "Does anybody feel this way? Does anybody feel like I do?" It's like, that's, to me, that's the musical part of it. Like being a musician, it's like, does anybody else feel this feeling that I'm trying to talk about or convey in this song? And somebody does. You just have to put it out there, and eventually they will find it. Let's let Johnny and Josh, you and I may continue, but like, let's let Johnny close this.
That's all right. Well, hey,
Johnny, close this segment.
I remember what I was going to say now. But yeah, I'm going to have to close off here in a second.
Yeah. You have the last word.
What I was going to say about, and we can agree on many bands, you know, their first couple albums are great. Maybe they haven't started making the money yet. And to me, it just seems like there's a disconnection that once bands become giant, and, you know, they're buying $500,000 homes and this and that, and then then life comes at them. Then they're in an agreement with a record company to push records, and then they just kind of push them out there, and a little bit of the feeling gets pushed to the wayside.
It becomes a job rather than something. Yeah. It becomes a job more so than a release.
Right.
So, Johnny, listen, we'll wrap it up since you're dying. Josh, stick around for a minute, but Johnny, Fitz, we appreciate you. Johnny, real quick, how can people find you? How can they hear you? Is it Anamortem? Is it MHIW? What's current? How can people?
Drop some links, dude.
Right now we have the group page on Facebook. Look us up. It's Metalhead Industries Worldwide. You can add yourself to the group, and you can get the upcoming what's going on with MHIW as far as Anamortem goes. I've been recommending everybody go to our Bandcamp, which is anamortem.bandcamp.com, and it's Annie, ANI, and then Mortem, MORTEM. And that means the age of death in Spanish or Latin. I'm sorry. And yeah, so we're basically a slam death metal band, and they can go there. They can download it for free, or they can They can pay $5-10 to download it. Our single that came out in October. We also released a lyric video that's on Slam Worldwide as well. You can look up that lyric video on YouTube.
We also can have another conversation as to exactly what Slam is.
Oh yeah. But yeah, YouTube. We're on there.
Subscribe. And more music will be coming in the next year or so.
More music. We're gonna have a video as well, not just lyric video. Next year coming out, probably shortly after the album, we'll have the video coming out. Lots of lookout, come and subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, and we have music coming out, and don't forget about your own local scene out there, whoever's out there.
Do everyone a favor and spell Anamortem. Just
so it's ANIMORTEM.
Anamortem. Okay, cool. I always thought you were anti-mortem.
Yeah.
I thought it was anti-mortem. Well, Johnny, listen, man, we appreciate you coming on last minute. Josh, stick around. But Johnny,
right on, dude.
So much.
Hey, Johnny, dude, we love you, brother. Hey, and I'm serious about. I'm serious about if you guys get the website going again and the radio station going again, I'd love to do a night. If I can do it from my house, dude, I'd love to do a night. That would be fantastic.
Cheers.
So,
Cheers to Johnny.
Cheers.
Everybody go check out Johnny's band. And cheers to you, dude. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. We love you.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you having me on.
We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Be safe.
All right, my man. Be good.
You too. You guys
be good or don't get caught.
See ya.
Later,
Hell
both.
yeah.
All right, man. That was Johnny Fitz from Anamortem from WHIW.
MHIW, yeah.
MHIW. Sorry. MHIW now. It's changed. Things have changed. It's an evolving world and we have to get on or we're gonna fall off, right?
And it's not even like it's that hard to get on. I mean,
no, we're already on.
It's not even like it's that difficult to, no,
but you don't have a choice.
Listen, if I can do it,
we all got on.
can do it. Yeah, if we can do, if Joe and Josh can talk shit,
that's right,
internationally on YouTube, I think anybody can.
I'll tell you what, man, best podcast ever.
Yeah, and
best podcast ever. And guess what? We didn't have
what
the fucking spreadsheet.
I'm
anti-spreadsheet.
All men lose when they die. All men die, but a slave and a free man lose different things. Free man dies, he loses